guys. Stream is back up. We're still going for like 12 hours, and we won't. I don't know how long more we're gonna go. We shall see. But I had to restart the stream, otherwise we run out of tape. So now we have more tape. Tape. All right, so we are ready to go. Boom. All right, so highest I got is 40.
Yeah, we all should be there. That's 5 from the tournament too.
We can run some pit. The monster pit. We run some pit. The graveyard pit. Yeah, this works really nice. I'm just slamming through this. Boss is gonna get weasel slapped. Oh, I wasn't even in that circle. We got 2 shrines going right now. It's stupid. Let's go this way.
Cards is definitely impressing me.
Hmm?
I am in place.
Impressed with what?
Trend.
I'm not. I don't know. You're not gonna convince me. Mm-mm. I hold true to my anti-shred theology. Okay, well we just demolished that, so.
Lifts 15.
Okay, so now 45. Why is my damage being increased significantly while standing still? Wrong aspect?
Got intercom.
I have the wrong aspect on.
is magic in all things.
That is
Let me
supposed
show
to
you.
be... we got apoetic fur. Oh, yeah, apoetic fur is missing. Yes, that's supposed to be apoetic fur.
Bright aura. Brighter soul.
I'm frozen.
Run, run, fast for your mama, fast for your daddy. Progression is back on the menu bar. Dude, this build just absolutely wrecks. Alright, dominates now 17. Now we go to Fitty. Fitty, 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 Fitty. Now we lose some more resistances and some more armor. Time to lose the resistance. One little resistance is yeah. Two little resistances, yeah.
Nice open mouth. Yeah,
Love
split up.
Hit hard.
Yeah, the monsters in here are hitting harder.
Probably lost a bunch of DJs.
Oh yeah. Blood orbs everywhere. Picked up some of your crackling energies. I was like, why are my blood orbs blue?
You can actually pick them up.
Sometimes, yeah. Some sort of bug causes them to like cross over. Well, the nice wide open map is mostly clear. Mortalises. I come bearing blood.
There's my last non-ancestral piece. There
Ugh. Well, that brings me to glyphs. I got glyphs. I'll take it a little bit further and see how far we can go. Oh man, ain't nothing but glyphy XP at this point.
Maybe if we stay together, that was a little bit tough. Oh, and maybe if I put another board on. Start another board.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little board, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little board, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little
There
board.
is power in these stones. What color and brilliance.
There's your like on your news stream.
Yay!
Okay, now give me the charm.
You so funny. You so funny.
Wouldn't ask for it if you were using it.
You so funny.
You probably don't even have it on the character. Probably just got it on a mule just sitting there.
It's on the character. It's on a character.
Well, I mean, it has to be because mule is character.
I got one of the new runes, the Igni. The one that stores offering every 3 seconds, and then you cast the skill to... Interesting. Okay. So we're gonna try 55. Let's try 55. Let's see if we can do it. We can do it all night long.
I can tell my damage is not good enough for this.
Ooh.
What just killed me?
Some got both of us. Rough. Some sort of AoE explosion, I guess. We can catch up. I think we got the DPS. Just randomly one shot again. Don't even know what got me. Does it say? Look in the chat log.
Just says the
Thundering
Night
Night Penitent. Scary. Gonna be close if I keep dying.
You guys armor cap?
I got 258 armor.
Are you running the incense?
No.
300 flat.
I just threw the armor potion on. Probably is physical damage. The resistances are fine. High physical damage monsters. Smack at the booty cheeks.
Oh, the penalties are getting too high.
I'm trying to be careful.
Minus 90, minus 90, minus 90. Do I get minus 90 today, sir? No, no minus 90.
I mean, I'm not too low on HP. Got full 45, 545, 44, 42 barrier, 3,800 some odd life. Not doing too bad. Easy to wire. So many deaths. We're still beating the timer, so our DPS is fine. Explodies.
Oh, she hurts.
Oh, there's a drop.
Oh no, flag up. No.
What do we do? We gonna
Crash.
do it? Oh
We
no.
completed it.
Crash. Crash! Right at the end when I didn't get my Glyphy XP.
Maybe come back and
Yeah, I'm trying to come back now. Queued for login. 1 minute. Kick you out of the game so you don't get all your stuff. It's a freaking lame. I was right in the middle of killing the boss, too.
We could use the respite,
So stupid.
I suppose.
Oh well. Oh well.
Probably farming Torment 3 a little bit. You guys get your armor capped and stuff. Man, boys.
I need to put some thingies in my armor. Some armor on my thingies.
Wear the stars around your neck.
Let's craft up some skulls.
On and night.
Hmm?
Come on up.
No, yeah.
Now my resistances are trash and my armor's good. One little, two little trash, two jinx. 4 little, 5 little trash, two jinx. 7 little, 8 little, 9 little trash, two jinx.
Where's Connie Knight? Where are you guys?
Oh,
Come
you're
to
waiting on
me.
us.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
I mean, actually, you know, it's just quicker. I'll just drop the group, do it myself, and then invite you.
I'm already there.
It takes much faster.
It is actually kind of.
It is actually much better. It mo better. Xylor gets left behind, left behind, left behind. I need more willpower, but I don't have enough. Need more willpower, but I ain't got no fluff.
Alright. Characters basically all capped for Torment 3. Ready to farm.
Farm evil. Yay, I activated a Dujink. That's not the Dujink that I should have activated. I should have activated that Dujink. Dang it, that's the wrong Dujink. I was so proud of myself, and now I'm not anymore. I need this one.
What in the hell?
Nice.
What the hell stone is she talking about?
The Stone of Jordan.
No, this damn floor's falling.
Mm, mm. Mm. Turning back with the group. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Are we still grouping?
Sure.
Oh. Rank
Never tried to rejoin me. I don't
73.
know. I think they're
Mm.
working on their characters. They went all quiet.
Super quiet.
Oh yeah, I was looking at my Paragon. I hadn't put a bunch of points in.
Usually when they go all quiet, that means they're concentrating on the...
They're concentrating. Burr her, okay?
Mr. Goody Two Shoes, Mr. Goody Two
That and
Shoes.
I'm also eating pizza.
Ginger Evil Mentor here. Why bother farming when
Retard.
you can go to MMOEXP.com and simply purchase your items in gold? GGM would have you farm the items. What a pathetic being. Use code GEM Ginger Evil Mentor for 6% off your entire purchase. And don't tell Ginger Gaming Mentor that I was here.
Killing these mobs. Is that Goblin?
Yeah, come back here, Goblin. I'm worried that you're going back through the campaign when you don't have to, Chunks.
I do have to, obviously.
No, you don't. We told you already.
Why were y'all sitting there telling me to?
No, we're worried that you are. So what we think happened is you didn't complete fully the
I
campaign.
didn't complete it.
last in season
I
6.
quit playing.
Yeah, so you probably just need to go back to your other character, finish the campaign.
That's
real
what
quick,
I'm on.
instead of going all the way back to the beginning.
I'm on the Eternal character.
Oh, okay. So how far were you in the campaign? Did you get to Ormus
I don't know.
and the Kuros Bazaar and
I'm going through all these trials in this temple. Vessel of Hatred. All good things. One where the floor falls out from underneath you, and then you go to another room and come to a door, and then you go to another room and come to a door.
Let's see.
Find the burial chamber with Eru and Nero.
Okay, so according to this, you are pretty close to the end. You were in Chapter 4, False Prophets and Fallen Saints. There's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quests in that chapter, and you were on the 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're basically halfway through the last chapter. So you are very close to the end. You're not very far from finishing. Sounds like you quit right before the juicy bits. Oh. Okay. Just got axed in the face. He wanted to ask me a question. It was one of those ones that throws the axes at you, and I got hit by like 4 or 5 axes. It's my physical damage mitigation isn't enough. Need more. Let's retreat. Ow. So many explosions. think maybe I switch over to the blood golem to help save my life. Sounds like a good plan. That way he'll absorb 30% of the damage that I would have taken. Start relying on him.
Oh, I hate that my life just constantly goes down. I forgot about this crap.
Well, part of the quest.
No, just part of me.
So that's why your shoulder's all messed up.
No, I mean, if I'm hitting stuff, I'm fine.
Are you wearing that unique chest, maybe? Is that what it's doing?
I don't know. I can't look right now, dude. Don't ask me questions.
He's trying not to die. He's probably running just in shell, yeah. Hey, that dispel one is intense.
Alright, turn this in. Whisper bam.
Take the animals, do-si-do, put them back in the trio. Cody, quit digging. Digging, digging, digging. Always digging. Come on, little kitty cat. Let's get back to your house. Quit being a silly butt.
Good lord. Well, thank you for the rare, or the legendary, just absolute garbage boots. Appreciate it.
His boots were my father's favorite.
I don't give a shit.
He wore them to work every day for 72 years.
And then broke both his feet wearing them.
How did you know?
Because they suck.
He'd be like, let me guess. Your father had 2 left feet? How did you know?
He had some dumbass shoes.
Oh,
I'm tired of all these rituals.
I mean, you're in the like the middle of the end of the game, so you got a bunch of. It's gonna get intense. What's up, Mr. Frog? Take me to your leader, Frog.
Harbinger of hatred. Oh.
Headless. Headless.
Stupid headless.
In before patch. Fix tomorrow. Fix an issue where headless has
Always
Had to-
spawn.
always spawn under certain circumstances.
I just clicked on like 6 exposed roots.
Crazy that I'm getting perfect aspects already, like Ancestral one. Got the perfect Hurricane one. 50 times the multiplier.
No
Per
struggle the whole season just to get 1 or 2 perfect aspects? Well,
No, just have it within, 10 hours instead.
yeah. I'm telling you, man, yeah, it's Blizzard in a nutshell. They have no idea what extremes are. They're like, what's an extreme? What are you talking about? You mean that's like where you are driving like a Jetta and you get into an accident. You're like, oh man, I'm never driving a Jetta again. And then you just like buy like a Ford F450, and that's all you drive around, like big old diesel monster car with like 6 wheels. It's like they overreact and they always like go way too far in the other direction. They don't know what moderation is. They have no idea what moderation is. It's like moderation does not exist. What is moderation? You don't know what moderation is. You guys complain that the items were too rare? Okay, well now they're so common they're coming out of your ears. How do you like that? I mean, that's not really what we asked for. Like, we didn't say that we thought, you know what, never mind. Cody just grumbled at me. Bunch of living steel.
I wait for Khan to come back and carry us with his earthquakes.
Yeah.
You have all your aspects yet, Khan?
No, I don't have everything. Still trying to figure
terrible.
out how I want to even play it.
It's terrible.
They're on every earthquake aspect in existence. All the multipliers. They're on the Paragon board. Max out the earthquake glyph. Carry
Oh
us.
yeah, I've done all that.
I mean, I got a whole little build up there if you want to take a look at it. Some more exquisite bloods. Bloods of exquisiteness. Hey, look, Andariel's on Blood Dujink. She's on the Wispums. The Wispums. The Wispums.
What the hell? They just having a stare off?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You there, please.
They're not talking. Think the game froze.
Your butthole is itchier than mine. Shan't not be. For I washeth mine, and you doth not. With fancy soaps and oils.
Oh my god, the game did freeze. Crashed out. Stupid blinds just sitting there growling over and over. Harbinger of Hatred just sitting over there licking his chops. He's like a quarter health. It's awesome, Blizzard. Great job.
Crash, 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 crashy, crash, crash, crashy, crashy, crash, 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 crashy, crash. The game just eats up a whole bunch of memory is what it's doing. I wonder what my memory's at right now. 13.8 gigabytes is what I'm currently using. That's definitely a, that is definitely a memory leak. 13.8 gigs. I'm gonna watch it. I bet you it's gonna keep climbing. Probably a slow but steady memory leak. And Google Chrome's eating up 2.5 itself. Freaking Google Chrome is a memory hog.
It's kind of funny, Ginger, because
Because Google Chrome, you open one tab.
Megs.
You're at
You
6.2.
open.
I'm at 13.8 right now, and climbing.
You go to one. You go to your task manager on Google Chrome with one tab open, and in your processes, there's like 15 of them.
I got 35 Google Chrome processes running at right this moment.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Almost makes me want to see if Microsoft Edge.
I'd probably go to Firefox before I went
I
to
don't
Edge.
have Chrome open.
Are you still on Windows 10?
Yeah.
I'm on 11.
I keep getting the thing popping up telling me to go to 11.
I don't know if I want
Re-upgrade.
to do. I don't know if I want to do that.
I mean, we're gonna have to eventually, because they're not gonna support 10 anymore.
Them not supporting it doesn't mean anything. When's the last time you called Microsoft for support?
No, I mean like there won't be any more like updates for it.
Yeah, that's fine. Usually by this time, most of the important updates have already happened.
Yeah, but I mean new games it'll come out though. Well,
Eventually, maybe like 4 or 5 years from now.
I don't know.
They're kind of pressuring you into updating though. They're like, we'll give it to you for free. Right now, there's actually kind of like a fatal flaw in Windows 11 that's apparently causing games to crash, and I don't really want to play with it right this moment.
And I've seen that from like, you know, a year and 2 years ago. I haven't really seen anything recently. Within the past couple months or anything.
One of the crashes for Path of Exile was traced back to a Windows 11 update. So.
Oh.
That's a booby.
Oh my god. This is so... Gotta do this shit again.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it'll come back. Nope. Just go sit there and watch a stupid ass line.
Okay, let's get this stupid wisp done. See if I can actually keep an eye on it this time. Thing runs away. I just gotta ignore all the monsters and only stop when the wisp is stopped.
Seriously, I have to go through every bit of that again?
Depends on where it's saved.
Yeah.
It didn't save, it crashed. Well, I mean, it didn't crash, it just... The game quit moving, except for the lines sitting there just growling.
Yeah.
Will it change it if I lower the difficulty? That way I can just speed through it?
Yeah, you might as well lower the difficulty. There's no reason to
But
do
I mean,
that.
will it make me do every bit of it over again?
I don't know. Honestly, don't know.
Well,
Possibly, but you don't know.
well, it's back to enter the tomb.
Oh no. Oh.
Change difficulty. Normal.
Mhm. Oh my god, this is so spicy over here.
Damn stupid. Yep, gotta go through every bit of it again.
It's hard keeping up with this stupid wisp. It really is.
It always goes quicker the second time.
The wisp just does whatever it wants to do. It goes wherever it wants to go. Don't care what monsters are around it.
Okay, stand right here. Because the floor's gonna fall. So don't move. Yeah, the floor. Ooh.
Hey, I did it. The wisp. Deposit the venomous motes in the altar. We'll go down and deposit some venomous motes.
Come on, let's go. If it crashes again, I may just uninstall the game.
Oh, you got me. Stupid explodey death monsters. I feel right at home.
I've had the game on since 11 this morning. I haven't had a freeze or anything.
Yeah, too.
Yep.
Here, it doesn't really matter.
I've had a lot of lag going in and out of towns and stuff. but I haven't
I've
actually
just
crashed.
noticed a little bit of lag going on now.
Massage screen.
Was it
Been
headless?
good all day though. Oh, I know.
I'm currently at 14.3 gigabytes. And rising.
Got myself turned around in the dungeon. Wow. I only have 32 installed and I'm only using 6.2 for the game.
With your video card.
What is the chance of encountering?
I've got an NVIDIA RTX 3070. It's actually one of the original ones.
$15.2 gigabytes now. It's just going
Son
up,
of
and
a
that's
gun.
probably why it keeps crashing. It's probably just slowly memory leaking itself into out of
What am I
existence.
going to use?
Crazy, it just keeps going up. What I just loaded in! Did when I load in, that's beautiful.
Quit talking. We went through this.
Skip. Skip.
I'm skipping as much as I can.
Skip.
I don't care. Alright, there you are.
Alright, is this one pretty much done? Like, there's nothing left in here for me. I guess we're on to the next one.
Got the cleansing herbs, and that's it.
Yeah, I can never get that one to finish. Always bugs out for me. try it and see if I can pick up all the herbs. Usually I can put them in the cauldron and then like it doesn't do anything. Doesn't complete. Goblin.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually remembered to pick up all the herbs and ores today. I usually forget.
They shower you in melts now with the stuff we do. The materials reward from the Whisper are really good.
Oh, come on. Straight up one-shot him, and he's like, nope, nope, we gotta go through this phase. We gotta give it time in case we don't freeze on you again.
Yes. Pick up like 1,000 herbs. I only got 3 out of 7. This is so stupid.
I just need one more. I don't know where. Over here, I think.
It's 2 up here. 3 up here. Scour 6 out of
Okay,
7.
seriously, you're dead. Like, quit talking.
You dead? Just lay down on the ground. Okay, just lay down.
You have
You don't need
no
to talk.
health.
You don't need to talk. Don't talk. Alright. You got
You
no
have
name badge.
no health.
You got no name badge. Nobody cares who you are. Alright, you don't even have a chance. Just lay down on the ground. Lay down on the ground. Good. That's good. Alright, don't talk. That's from Austin Powers, by the way.
There it goes. Completed.
Oh yeah, so the lion's gonna die too, even though he didn't even get touched. Poor fella, he put in work.
That's accurate.
That's right, he put in work.
Accurate.
He stood there, and it was just too much to stand there.
Look, he did a good job, okay?
He just stood there and was like, you know what? F it, I'm dead.
He protected you.
I think he farted on me.
He did. He did fart on you. That was a protection fart. You just don't know good quality protection farts when you see them.
So here, I'm gonna waft it at you.
Waft. Cody, I see you. You've been bugging me all night long.
You will be the strongest person ever. I will give you pink eye.
Pink, hey, that is legendary. Legendary pink eye. Thank you very much.
Oh, I am rubber banding seriously here now.
You can come back if you need the forge.
Cody, your butthole is a stanky butt, and that's all I got to tell you.
Guess it's almost time to call it.
You do boom 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 boom. Good enough to be mean to me. Ding 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 ding. I'm on rank 13.
But I want to get the Torment one first before I call it. I'm only 7 levels away.
So need do jank. Opening like 3 boxes or 4 boxes at a time is so ridiculous. Items just never stop falling. Oh, I got a ancestral bloodless scream.
Don't ruin all that work.
Man, I don't want to do all this crap.
You don't want to do it.
No,
Don't.
I don't.
I want you to come play with us. How about that? How about that? Chunk said,
You just,
okay.
you just give me that charm.
Charm, 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 charmy, charm, charm, charmy, charm.
Just let me hold it.
Charm, charm, charmy, 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 charm.
I won't trade it. I have no illusion of trading it. Wouldn't dare. I'm gonna use it.
I'm not scared about you trading it, Chunks.
Oh, I will not trade it.
But I like my
It will
precious.
go nowhere.
But it's my precious.
But it's your precious is sitting there not doing nothing, and it's been doing nothing for like a year now. When's the last time you logged on non-ladder and actually went into the lobby and played a game?
I mean, I use my non-letter characters for videos. So that's what I use them for.
Okay, when's the last time you did a
And
melee
I
duel?
showed it off in one of my videos recently. So
Okay, well, you know, you're done then.
you're done.
You can take a clip out of that video if you want to show it again.
That not nice. That not.
Or you can take a screenshot of it and save it.
Don't lie that. That's not good.
Now me, I'm gonna put it in my inventory and I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna kill people with it.
Dude, how many freaking whispers do we gotta complete to hit the ultimate dude? Oh god, I feel like I've done about 10 trillion whispers already. My eyeballs are starting to pop out from whispers. I gotta get 1,700 Grim Favors. I don't even understand how it's counting the Grim Favors. It's like a mystical number. Like some little kid made up a counting. Like 17853 20
09.
09 3400. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, you go get, you do a whisper, and the whisper just like, it's like, alright, oh, you did a whisper? Okay, you got 1 Grim Favor. Okay, that equals 379 points. And you're like, what? What?
Razor, let me join you so I can give you this weapon.
Oh, okay. Somebody wanted to join. I didn't recognize the name.
Yes.
Yep.
Cody the monster dog, what is the matter? Do you gotta go Peppa Doo? For the
No,
18,000th time.
He's siding with me. He's saying, "Hey,
You want to go to
give
Chunks?
Chunks that charm."
Well, it's sending you over
No,
to
he's
Chunks.
say-
It's
he's
like
say-
negative
he's saying-
degrees over there, but
He's saying,
Here.
give him that charm.
Oh.
He's
Razor,
nice
I'm
to me.
give
Right next to
him
you.
the charm.
Who likes me?
I'm up to
monument right
17.8
now doing
gigabytes at this point.
Quest.
It's
Yeah, I'm gonna-
still rising.
I'm gonna drop it on the ground. Can you see
Okay.
it?
17.8
I just-
gigabytes.
I just picked up an overkill.
Yep, that's it. That's the one.
No, in the quest here.
I'm
Oh,
with
did
you.
you drop it here?
Yeah, I dropped it.
Oh, okay.
Months?
I thought, what a coincidence.
Mine's
Alright.
not going up,
Alright.
Ginger.
I'm the
third
one that
blade,
has
I think.
the memory leak, apparently.
That's good. That's good.
Mine hasn't changed.
Okay. I can't use it for a little bit yet.
Yeah.
I just have to go up 6 more levels here. So, okay. No, I'll appreciate that. Now, where was I?
I got
yeah.
the patrol over here.
Oh, I gotta go get another body. Who's doing all the heavy breathing? And don't blame the dog.
Well, he does some heavy breathing. He got the magma breath, so.
Snorts.
Oh, you got the snorts too. You got all of it. Magma breath. He got the snorts. He got the magma snorts.
The snorts.
Magma snorts are the worst. You don't want the magma snorts.
He does snort it. Every time Ginger rubs on his head or like knuckles his head, he's like.
When he goes to sleep, he literally just snores all night long. I mean, I do too, but. Oh, I gotta turn in.
Okay. One more body to go get.
Find the guard. I see it.
Oh yeah, I was doing it.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Con.
Oh, right.
Night, Con.
Hey, it went down a little bit, 16.6.
Yeah, he's been up a good long time today.
That's where mine's sitting. Like 16, 16.1.
16 gigs is a lot for memory.
Yeah. I've got I don't remember if I've got 32 or 64.
My total in use is 32.8.
Didn't I pick that up?
I got 32.8 in use and 51 committed.
Oh, I'm losing my marbles
20.6
here.
gigabyte cached.
There we go.
I'm over 32 right now. Ooh, a Fio.
How much you say you had cached?
Like 20 gigs. So 32.8 gigabytes is in use and 20 cached.
Are you on DDR5 or DDR4?
4. Don't matter, they're the same speed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, DDR5's a little bit faster, but not enough that it matters.
Tiny itty bitty video.
I'm on DDR4, but my motherboard's about 10, 12 years old.
Mine's 6 years old, something like that.
I'm not even really convinced DDR4 and 5 are different chips. I think all they did was they upclocked the megahertz and they downclocked the cycles, which is something that you can do even on DDR4 chips. You can upclock the cycles and you can downclock all the you can downgrade all the cycles and up the megahertz. And it doesn't make it any faster because you lower the cycles. So because I don't think it's really any faster.
Doesn't 5 go to like 500 or 5,000 something megahertz?
Yeah, but it's also half the cycles. So think about it like this: if you're at 2,500 megahertz and you get off 10 cycles, or you're at 5,000 megahertz and you get off 5, you're still doing the same exact processing. So all they did with the DDR5 is they increased the number of cycles, or decreased the number of cycles, and increased the megahertz. So it's faster, but it accomplishes less in the same time. You know,
and then to raise the price because people think, oh, it's new.
It's faster. And the testing proved it too. The testing proved that DDR4 in most cases was actually equivalent or only slightly less speed than the DDR5 chips. It was like such an inconsequential upgrade, it wasn't even worth it. It just doesn't. It's not worth the upgrade.
I only run it like 2300, and that's fine for me.
Well, with the DDR5 chips, you want to run faster because that's how they're designed.
I mean, I'm DDR4 though,
Oh yeah.
and 2300 works just fine for me. Or 2366 or whatever it is.
You can probably go higher than that.
I don't overclock.
No, not overclock. Most DDR4 chips are like 3600.
If it works and I don't have an issue with it,
Another headless husk.
I run mine what they tested
No,
it at
I
the
don't care.
factory.
Yeah, it's just XMP settings usually. You're not overclocking it. You just run the XMP settings. They're in the chip, like they're in the actual chip to like set up.
Yep.
I mean, the only thing that I want is like what I was telling you before. I'd like to upgrade my CPU to a 11700. You ask your brother if he had one?
I can't remember if I did. No, I don't think I did. He was on here one day though when you were talking about it, and I think I mentioned it. Ooh, ancestral ring collection. Yes, please.
What size CPU you running?
I'm on an i5 right now,
On an i5, okay.
11th gen,
Yeah.
but I'd like to go to like a i7 11700K or i9. I don't know. I don't think I need an i9. And they're only like $20 or $30 difference, but I figure an i9's gonna run a whole lot hotter. Cause right now I'm just a 6-core, 12-thread. I'd like to get 8 cores.
Headless husk, headless husk, headless husk.
Okay, one more stronghold. Oh, I need that one. I better go get it.
But like whenever I look them up, it's like a i7 11700 is like 220, and a i9 11900 is like 240.
I've been looking at the new Nvidia cards, and it's just, I don't know, $2,000 is really freaking expensive for
Yeah,
a
59.
5090. Like, oh my god.
I might do it because I'm an idiot, but yeah.
I mean, I
That
might
is
do it because I'm a
expensive.
content creator, and I'll probably end up putting it on a credit card, but
You might do it. What?
buy the card. I mean, it's a tax write-off as well because it's hardware that I use for my business. So
No, I was wondering what Leon said.
So I might do it because I'm an idiot. But no,
Oh,
I
okay.
usually
I thought that's what you said. But
I usually
wasn't
build
sure.
one really nice computer and then I let it ride for like 5+ years. This one's like 8 years old, so I let it ride a long time. So I got my money's worth.
that would be me as well. Like I would be letting that thing, the 5090 would be in my computer for the next like 5, 6, 7 years.
I built this one in 2012, and I've just been upgrading it CPU and RAM and video cards ever since. And I don't think I'm going to get much more out of it.
And why is there always a flashing light over here? We've been in this corner for like forever. Let me out.
It doesn't
I
end.
I used one of them.
I'll be able to play the next gen game. That's what I'm afraid of.
I used one of them AMD bulldozers for like 12 years. Them FX processors.
Oh my god. Finally. It's over.
My computer's definitely on its last legs. It's screaming out into the void, upgrade me now.
What's kind of crazy though is if you don't
Well,
go for
I'm
4K.
on the
If you don't go for 4K, you don't even really need a lot.
I'm
of
on the
upgrades.
Ryzen platform right now.
Yeah.
Like if you run like 1080p or maybe even 1440p, you can get away with a lot lower.
I'm running a Ryzen
specifications.
7 3700X.
I run what I like to call 3K, an ultra wide. It's like essentially 3K. It's in between 2 and 4.
Yeah.
But I'm going to upgrade my monitors at some point too. My monitors are really old as well, but I want to do a computer before monitors. But I want to get some nice OLED monitors eventually.
1440p is really crisp and it's really
Yeah.
nice. And I was
That's
actually
the
thinking about
2K
going.
one?
I was actually thinking about going down,
Yeah.
like maybe if I get a really nice like 260 hertz, like 1440p
Because it's
monitor.
faster too, right? You can get like a nice fast one for cheaper too.
Well,
Like
well
a faster
yeah.
refresh rate.
But it's also just like having the really high refresh rate combined with the, you know, just
The refresh rate's very nice.
just in general.
Yeah.
Also, like the lower requirements also means that your system just runs more stable. 4K, I notice it's just the frame rate just dips and jumps and.
It's not worth it, especially because you're not streaming 4K. Like that's,
No, I stream 1440p, so and then that would
It'd be
be fine.
perfect.
That would be fine. Yeah.
I love
I don't think
monitor.
I'm streaming 4K anytime soon. So
like a nice 1440p OLED. I'm down to try it out. I like the sound of this.
I have the Asus Strix 1440 400 hertz. I love it. It's so clear.
Alright, I finally got an ancestral totem, so I could try to actually get this now. If I want to. If I do want to try it.
free crits for
Jeez.
everyone. My golem is always big from this grow ability. It's hilarious. He's
So nice.
huge. He's like a monster.
I don't think these 50% increased head guys is working, Ginger.
No, I
I
don't.
really don't think it's working. We upgraded to Torment 3. Unless Torment 4 has something to do with it.
No. We've gotten like one head. Maybe I think that they've got two.
They got 2, yeah. We got unlucky because they were in a different zone. They got lucky, we got unlucky.
One so far.
Yeah. And how many of these
How many?
freaking
Yeah,
things have
we've
we
done
killed?
so many. It's not even funny. Oh my god.
And we did those
When
2
I opened-
dungeons.
When I opened that one that you guys didn't get, I did have the potion on. So
I mean, I've been running the potions.
Yeah, I still have like 4 left. I haven't ran out. I was almost out. Then we did those dungeons, and I got like a stack of 5. Like in those dungeons, I just got a bunch.
I mean, supposedly on the potion there's something else written that talks about
Altars, yeah.
some sort of altars in sanctuaries,
I don't know
dungeons.
what that is.
I don't know. Maybe that's another way we could potentially get them.
just running Nightmare Dungeons.
I don't know. I guess.
Another toad.
This infinite quest is starting to piss me off. 1700 is a lot of frickin' doojangs. I'm almost done. Please tell me it doesn't go to 2500 next. And then
No, it'll only
3000,
be- it'll only
and
be
then
2000.
5000, and then 7, then 10,000, and then 100,000.
That was Epix 8350 is what I ran for like 12 years.
Okay. Sounds familiar. Oh yeah.
Had it in a Asus Sabertooth 990 FX motherboard.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's for me. It's between the 5080 and the 5090. The thing is, like the 5080 Ti will probably come out next year, and that'd probably be the card that I actually would have wanted to buy, but I don't want to wait a whole year. And then at the same time, the 5090 is probably going to be good for a a long time. And then even when the 6000 series come out, the 5090 is still going to be good.
Well,
I got a
I still
4000
remember-
series, so I'm not getting a 5000 series.
I still remember when I bought my 1080, and the 1080 lasted me for like 5 or 6 years, and I was like, even when I upgraded, I thought to myself, I'm like, I don't really need to upgrade. This card's still handling 1080p content just fine, but I'd like to move on to like 4K, is what I thought. And like, it wasn't that the card was bad, just more so that I wanted to upgrade to something that the card wasn't capable of. And in its defense, the 1080p and the 1080 card actually did handle 4K. It was just like 4K 30, which wasn't really acceptable, but 4K 30 was still pretty good. I mean, I could get 4K, I just couldn't get like 4K 60.
I built this computer with a 1080 and I loved it, but then the year later the 2080 Ti came out or whatever, and my coworker said he'd buy my 1080 for me. And I'm like, well, that's a good deal because I could just sell it to him.
Oh, see, that's
and get
easy.
it. Yeah,
That's easy.
yeah. It was like a swap piece, you know. It's like I'll just spend a little money, upgrade, and sell them my.
Oh, I've been thinking about it heavy from that perspective too. I'm like, okay, so I got a 3090 in my system right now. My streaming PC is currently using a 3070. I think it's a 3070 Ti, or I don't know, like 3070 maybe. So like hand me down, right? So like my 3090 goes into the streaming PC, my 3070 probably goes into my girlfriend's PC. The 1080 goes back on the shelf. She's got the 10. She has my 1080 in her system right now. Like, that's what I mean. The system's not bad. Like, the 1080 is still not a bad card. She's running like 1080p content on her system. She, like, half the time she opens up some of her smaller games and they're running in 4K and they're doing it just fine on the 1080 because they don't have like ridiculously high graphics requirements.
I was reading something earlier today, and it was talking about the 30 series cards, on how here shortly, like, those might be better than the 4000 and possibly the 5000 series cards, because they're doing some kind of update to where they're putting that AI stuff in it.
They're putting everything in those. Interesting.
Yeah, they're gonna put all that in the
So it's going to be a driver
like the
update.
3090s. But I mean, you're gonna get like the same benefits you would from a
From the AI
you know, like
compression. and all
a
that other
4090 and a 5090. But
It's going to be a good card still. Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be like just as good. And as far as stability goes, like if you're like very stable, it might actually be better.
Better. We can.
I would
do-
probably wait for that update before you make any kind of decision on it.
Unfortunately,
Especially if it's a $2,000 card, because that's just stupid.
Unfortunately, it's not all about waiting. Because if you want the card, you got to get it. Like it's going to be sold out relatively quickly, so you got to pull the trigger immediately.
Yeah, but then the price is going to go down.
I
And
don't
your
know.
stream looks
Traditionally,
just
a lot of
fine
the
to
times,
me.
Traditionally, a lot of times the price goes up. So, stream related, like if we talk about like stream related stuff, the it's not the power of the card, but it's the generation of the card. I was actually looking into this a while back, and like there are specific things about the cards that make streaming easier and more smooth. Takes a lot of the overhead off of the system. Like in general, makes everything compress faster, look better. NVIDIA has a lot of like built-in NVEC encoders and stuff like that, and all the newer cards usually have the up-to-date versions of those NVEC encoders, which is one of the reasons why, despite the fact that this streaming PC plays no games, I ended up with a 3070, and I went with a 3070 because I looked on the NVEC encoder list to find out which cards had the the newest NVEC encoders. And I didn't want to get a 4000 series, but I found that the 3070 was capable of some of the latest NVEC encoding. So then I was like, okay, well, that's a pretty good option. So like in this particular case, like the streaming PC, I mean, I might even consider getting like one of the cheap 5000 series cards just for the NVEC encoder updates. And it does make a pretty big difference. I've seen it myself. That's a nice amulet. It's a really nice amulet.
I haven't checked the cash rewards in forever, like the reputation. Oh man. I also have a smoldering ash apparently that I could spend.
I just got this from one of the caches. That's really nice.
Commander's medal. Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. Oh, that's got everything you need. Everything.
It's really nice. It's very nice. That's going straight on my neck, I think. And then yeah, it's going straight on my neck.
Oh no, Ginger wants us to do 1800 now.
No. Tell them no.
Can they at least, when you complete one of those, give us a head? That'd be nice. To give us a head for one of those.
Can they just say something nice, like good job? Because as of right now, it feels awful. Like we're just grinding. We're just grinding and grinding. Like at least before, it was sending us back to the gulag, and it was and it was like, hey, good job. Let's do this little tiny quest real quick. All right, and all right, right back to it, buddy. No, it's not doing that anymore. Now they're just laughing at us.
I feel like we'd get way more power just scaling the pit and getting our glyphs level to a couple glyphs to legendary.
Well, I was hoping that this would lead somewhere, finish something. Like
No,
I don't.
It's not leading anywhere.
It's not leading anywhere. I don't know what's going on. I mean, we're getting Coven reputation, and the Coven reputation is leading us on the board, and then but it's like it's taking forever. I'm only on like 13. Have I made it to 14 yet? No, I haven't made it.
Did
to
you craft
14
one of the
yet.
Dujings yet? I'm about to go use that head on one of the Dujings.
What, the reputation stuff?
No, just one of the gems that gives you the armor all res. And
I don't have 1,000 dujings.
Oh really? Because I accidentally spent 500.
I mean, I've been upgrading my stuff. Like every time I get a chance. Have you not been upgrading any of your?
It was, but then I stopped. Dude, I haven't checked in like an hour or two. Yeah, I stopped doing it for a while.
Well, like some of the things have to be upgraded to a specific rank to get like the benefits out of the, like the main benefits. Like that main one that gives you your core stats. It has a special bonus that makes it so that as long as there's monsters around, it never goes away. So like you get like infinite core stats basically as long as there's monsters nearby. Like the grow power gives you 100% critical hit chance once you hit rank 11, and like there's specific powers that like those things get. Some of them are really, really good. I definitely wouldn't want to pass them by.
I hadn't even
I've been spending a bunch of mine, so maybe that's why.
Makes sense.
I mean, there's also some that go off of unique power, like the number of ranks on your unique power and like a bunch of other stuff like that. I mean, the grow power gives me a huge amount of damage from my minions, and I don't know, it's out there. I even grabbed the Restless Rot thing on from the cinders.
Yeah, I have all four. That's what. Yeah. As soon as you said it, I switched to it. I switched all my points to it. I have all four of them.
I mean, it's because it's not coming in fast enough for me to rank stuff up and also spend 1,000. Once I saw that 1,000 on the crafting, I was like, I mean, I have 975 right now, despite the amount that I've spent. So I might be able to make one gem. I did notice that I looked at the unique gems and stuff like that, and it requires you to
have the other one.
Use the other gems to craft it, so
you have to craft it.
It might be worthwhile taking a look at the gems that we want and seeing what blue gems are required to craft it.
Okay, so you have 3 or more growth. See, I don't even know what these are. Okay, more Eldritch Witch Powers. That one looks nice. Movement speed and crit chance. Your unique Witch Powers do more damage. Do hit. Kinda. I'm in between the unique Witch Power thing and just the Killing Wind Eldritch Powers. So what does that require? Elder Sigil and Wicked Pack. I can craft.
Friend of the Bog is really good. You should look at Friend of the Bog. I think that one's probably the one you want to go for first. It's 10% core stats, and also plus 10% maximum HP.
How do you make those?
You gotta craft them at the crafting vendor. There's a specifically one for crafting the gems.
Your agility, corpse, mastery, weapon mastery, wrath, incarnate.
Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna come out. I'll come take a look too.
So Elder is no good for my core skill. So I have to go like Phantom for 15% increased overpower damage if I go with the one ring, the unique ring.
Alright, so let's take a look at these crazy
I have to
ones.
look at the powers now. Now I have to actually make a plan.
So Friend of the Bog, that's what I'm looking at. You gain 8% primary core stat and 10% maximum life and unhindered, while you have at least 3 or more growth and decay witch powers active. That one requires the Wicked Pact, the Vulture Talon, and the Vile Phylactery. So Wicked Pact and Vulture Talon. Wicked Pact is Eldritch powers. Vulture Talon is you have an active aura, your damage over 10 ticks. Those are both poopy. I guess I still make one anyway though, because if I want to get that one later, then I have to have them. I'll just grab the Eldritch power one for right now. I mean, it still gives me armor and it still gives me resistances, right? So, oh well. And then I'll make the Vulture Talon later. What does it take to make the other one I need though? The other one I needed was the Vile Phylactery. So the Vile Phylactery takes the Toadling's Wish, a Pointed Finger, and the Skull Fragment. So that means that this thing takes like, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4. So 4,000 resource, basically. That's what it's going to take. 4,000 resource. And whatever other resources it takes besides the actual like core resource. So much grinding.
Oh, good lord.
Did you beat it yet, Chunks?
No.
Yo mama, yo daddy, yo greasy and granny, yo chickens outside.
No, I've got this Deeds of a Champion thing where I gotta do 3 different things.
I hope you don't got no chickens outside. Not in this cold, bro.
What?
You were talking about chickens earlier.
No, I said I had... Oh. No, Venom, the movie.
Yeah, I know. I was making fun. I said, I hope you don't got no chickens outside.
Oh, no. My mom does. My mom and stepdad do.
As cold as it is out there, they need to come inside and cuddle with the dog.
They got too many for that.
They all need to come inside and cuddle with the dog.
No. You don't want them chickens inside. I got a whole bunch of roosters. They are not nice.
Can you wrestle them?
No.
Can't wrestle
Can't even get
roosters?
them. No, you can't even put them in the same pen. They'll kill each other.
I I was talking about me wrestling them, not the roosters wrestling each other. But
Hey, you go right ahead.
I'm a wrestler.
You probably win against all the roosters, but they got a hen that'll flat out just whoop that ass. It's the meanest damn chicken I've ever seen in my life.
It's a biting chicken.
It's just a big old hen. Whenever you feed it, you like open the door and you throw it in and you close it real quick. She got the devil in her.
Yeah, 18.3 gigabytes now. And rise. Just keeps going up. I think I'll crash here eventually because it's getting pretty high.
Mine went down.
Sometimes it goes down and then it goes right back up again. I don't know what's going on. Like it releases a little bit and then it ends up failing.
I think you got a leak somewhere.
A memory leak. I told people about it on the internet. And they're like, "You're an idiot. You don't need that much." No, there's no game out there that takes that much memory. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, well, look, 18.314 gigabytes. Be gone, vermin! Be gone, vermin! Be gone, vermin! Should have given her more lines.
Okay. Oh, more boss in 10 minutes.
Thank you, stranger.
Frog. Frog, 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 froggy, frog, frog, froggy, froggy, frog, 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 froggy, frog, frog, froggy, froggy. Come on, Mr. Froggy, frog.
You talking about Froggy Fresh?
Froggy, 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 frog, frog, froggy, frog, frog, frog. Clicking on the frogs. Froggy, froggy, frog. Take me to the demons, frog. Take me to the demons. 'Cause I need to know. Even if the snow is freshly falling on the plow. 'Cause I need some wow. Not World of Warcraft. Oh, hello, Grotesque Depter. Goodbye, Grotesque Depter. Oh, I started to do, Jane.
I will finish the rest of that quest tomorrow.
I'm getting sleepy.
I'm not really sleepy yet, but I gotta get up early.
I mean, Torment 3 and Paragon 107 is pretty good for one day. The build's coming together really nicely, too. Did a pretty good job theory crafting this one. It's not bad, okay? I got 19 stacks of that primary stat increase, Leon.
What are you again?
Was that 3%?
I haven't really been
per-
watching. I've just been having it playing.
Blood Wave. I'm doing it's the
Necro.
the clapping Blood Wave. It's really neat. It's the ultimate skill.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the two waves, instead of one traveling out from you, they go together, like they clap essentially in the center, and it's really freaking awesome. I mean, they literally. That's why I was gonna call him the clapper. The clapper.
It is done.
Collection of gold. You see we going to Mars, Chunks?
Yeah, I believe it. I believe that idiot whenever it actually happens.
I mean, he's got Elon Musk with his reusable rockets. We can do it.
Hey, we don't talk politics in the kinship.
Politics? We going to Mars. That's not politics. I think going to other planets is good. Other people be like, it's a waste of money. We got problems here.
I don't know why we want to go to Mars. This ain't Total Recall.
We should have Total Recall. Look, three-titted ladies.
It's not a
Three-titted
livable
ladies,
planet.
okay? Three-titted ladies.
It's not a livable planet.
Three titties. No, getting to Mars, and maybe even Mars doesn't have anything on it, right? Maybe it's just a rock, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The advancements in technology that came from going to the moon were massive. Like, NASA came up with hundreds of inventions that ended up in everyday life. I mean, they're responsible for everything from laptops to Tang, and that all came from going to the moon. I can't imagine what kind of inventions and innovations would come from going to freaking Mars. Might push the entire civilization forward. You got to think. You put a whole bunch of people together, and you say, all right, we got a problem. It needs to be solved. You throw a bunch of money at it, and they solve the problem. You're gonna come up with some pretty neat stuff. I mean, have you ever, like, Google searched, like, a list of the things that came out of, like, the moon landings and stuff from NASA? Like, it's crazy. They came up with all sorts of crazy things while they were trying to figure out how to get to the moon.
Sorry, I'm reading.
NASA inventions, 20 NASA inventions that we wouldn't have without space travel. So let's see here. No, don't kill me. Camera phones in 1990. A Tears. Oh, we got one. Oh, a fugitive head. Nice. So camera phones, scratch-resistant glasses, CAT scans, LEDs. That's right, LEDs. Landmine removal, athletic shoes, foil blankets, water purification systems, which of course because they had to do. They had to purify water while they were up in space. Dust busters. NASA approached Black & Decker to help develop a lightweight device to collect samples on the moon. So the lightweight engines that were used in like dust busters and things like that actually came from NASA. Ear thermometers, home insulation, because of course they had to insulate the ships, so they had to make a very lightweight, very versatile insulation. The Jaws of Life, wireless headphones, memory foam, freeze-dried food, adjustable smoke detectors, baby formula, artificial limbs, computer mice, and also laptops. And that's just 20 of the inventions that they freaking made while they were going to the moon. Like, I personally am excited about it. All the things that they come up with when they're trying to solve problems. I mean, you got to think, they got to solve problems of, like, people being in a ship for, what? I don't even know how many years it takes to get to the moon. Even at, like, at Mars, at the maximum speed. It's probably going to be, like, at least a year. Like, what's the time frame on that? So, like, time to get to the moon, to Mars from Earth. 400 to 450 days. So yeah, a little over a year. So they're gonna have to come up with some pretty interesting stuff. Food that lasts, long enough. They gotta make sure that they have supplies, water. They're gonna have to obviously find ways to keep the space, whoever's going, from going insane. They're gonna be up there with Nintendo Switches playing Mario.
Mario Kart? Mario Kart
playing some Mario Kart in space. Let's go.
Throwing banana peels.
They get home and they're like, man, if it wasn't for Mario Kart, we would have died up there. I was about to kill Jeff. But then he threw that blue shell.
They become the best players in the world at Mario Kart. They come back and they can like.
They're winning championships.
There's that.
Hey, maybe we can Starlink play D4. You know.
Mm-hmm. One thing I always thought about, which is a little, it's a little odd, but it's something that I always kind of like figured would eventually happen if we weren't careful. Like a lot of people are like, hey, we don't need to go to space, you know, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And I'm over here like, okay, but when we do need to go to space, which will eventually happen, like there's going to be a time when eventually we do need to go to space. Like, a meteor, you know, a giant meteor or asteroid or whatever is going to be coming for Earth, and we've got to find a way to stop it. Like, it's only a matter of time before something eventually ends up on a collision course with the planet, and we have to do something about it, or maybe some other catastrophic failure, like maybe an asteroid hits the moon and maybe knocks the moon off of its orbit, and the moon starts careening toward the Earth, and we have to go to outer space to, like, course correct the moon or blow it up or something. Like it's eventually in the future, you know, 2,000, 3,000, maybe long after I'm dead, but eventually it will happen, right? So when it does happen, you don't want to be in a race to try and figure out how to get there. You want to already have the technology to do it, not have to figure it out when there's an emergency and you might not have enough time.
I think it'll be more of us making it to where we don't have oxygen on this planet anymore.
And burning up the oxygen on the planet is another potential failure point.
I think it's what it'll end up being. Our atmosphere will start failing and we won't be able to breathe.
Based on history and how people are, I think people would destroy themselves long before the planet destroys them.
Yep, exactly.
I think we're going to take ourselves out.
I mean, that's another potential option, is that, like, we end up just completely ruining this planet at some point, maybe, you know, in the future. I don't think it's going to happen, like, in the current, like, timeline, but...
No, I don't think we'll see it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see it, but...
generations
But they're also going to need a way off the planet when the planet eventually gets horrible. I mean, it's going to happen eventually no matter what. We know for a fact that the sun will eventually cease to function properly, and like we won't have enough light, won't have enough warmth anymore. So eventually, we'll have to leave the planet at some point when the sun stops functioning properly. You know, there are a lot of reasons why you would eventually need to go to space. No, we don't need to go to space right now, but that doesn't mean that we won't need to go to space in the future. And
and it's
going to take many, many years to, like, decades, centuries to perfect the technology to travel to, you know, frickin' stars, like, far away from us, and eventually try and, you know, like, make life somewhere else. So it's one of those things that, like, it's going to take time, and that's why I don't really understand the negative, like, talk about it, where they're like, oh, we don't need to go to space, and we don't need to do this, and, like, there's no reason to go to Mars, and I disagree. Like, it's an advancement of human technology. It's an advancement of civilization. It's stepping stones, right? It's like, oh, you know, we went to the moon. No, now we went to Mars. Like, oh, we visited, you know, Jupiter. Like, and then eventually it's like, oh, we went to the nearest solar system and we came back. And, like, you know, eventually it might even get to the point where we're like, hey, we went to, you know, the nearest habitable planet. We found out it was, you know, like, very Earth-like, and there's, like, a weird creature there that's, like, half donkey, half alligator. It's kind of scary. You know, it's like, but the thing is that, like, it's stepping stones. Like, if we don't continue, then there's no stepping stones. You're not going anywhere. I mean, I don't think necessarily the government needs to be responsible for it. It might end up turning into, like, privatized companies that end up going to space, which is probably how it ends up in the long run. Like SpaceX is a private company, and there's a bunch of private companies. Russia's been selling out their space, flight technology to other countries as well.
Did you ever watch Interstellar?
I watched a lot of movies. It's a space movie,
I
dude.
like that show.
No, the movie.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I almost figure that's like what we'll do to ourselves. We'll just make it to where we can't like breathe anymore. I just got this door cracked, just smoke and the cold air coming in is freezing me to death.
Got a vendor.
Do what?
Vendor. Vendoring a lot.
I don't know. I've watched a lot of animes. There's an anime. It's called Moonlight Mile. I don't know if you've ever seen that one, Leon. I know you like animes.
No, I haven't watched many.
I haven't heard of that.
Moonlight Mile is a really interesting one. It's about like they find helium-3 on the moon and they're like rushing to get to the moon. And it involves colonizing the moon and trying to mine for resources. Eventually they end up with a problem. They call it like lunar disease or something like that. It's basically where people that are born on the moon can't live on Earth anymore. So like the gravity on the moon is so low that like if a baby is born on the moon and grows up there, like the musculature and like the bone density and whatnot is just too low that literally they just can't exist on the planet anymore. Like they can't come to Earth because the gravity just crushes them. They can't walk around because their muscles aren't strong enough, and apparently there's like, if given enough time, like the person could potentially readjust to Earth, but like in the meantime they're basically stuck in a wheelchair, like a paraplegic. They can't move around, can barely do anything because their muscles aren't strong enough. And it's not even just that, but like the astronauts that go into space, their bone density starts to fall because they're not in gravity anymore. I would imagine that over a 400-day journey, they would have to find a way around that. You were seeing like that one, was it Space Odyssey, where they had like this ship that was like the whole center of the ship was spinning, and that was where the crew spent most of their time. And it spun at such a velocity that like it simulated through centrifugal force the like normal Earth gravity or whatever. And there's like a scene in the movie where the guy's like running, and he's basically just running around the inside of the ship. They're probably going to have to end up coming up with something like that, because astronauts cannot stay weightless for 405 days. It's too much. I'm pretty sure there's an upper limit on the number of days that you're allowed to be in space. Even now, like NASA put a limit on it. Just simply because of that, because like the bone density and all the other things just start to fall dramatically. Like your muscles start to fall. They have to put them under like constant exercise just to keep like everything intact. And even then, they can still only stay up there for a certain period of time. They do have some evidence of it, though. There was one Russian cosmonaut, Valery Polyakov, who spent 437 days in space. Which is about how long it would take to get to Mars. But then again, they wouldn't just be spending 437 days in space, or 405 days in space. They'd be spending 405 days in space there and 405 days in space back. So, because it would be a return trip, right? And I don't even know about the gravity on Mars. Isn't it slightly less than Earth? Can't remember right off the top of my head.
I don't know, I ain't been there in a couple weeks.
They got sensor probes and stuff. They got them little robots there, like checking stuff out, right?
Yeah, I think we've sent like little what are them little things called? Something OVs.
I had
ROVs.
I had a good chuckle on one of the Transformer movies where it starts out with one of the rovers, and then like one of the Transformers comes along, and he's like, "Pathetic creature," and like shoots it.
Did you watch the 3-Body Problem?
Yep,
No.
I watch that.
Yeah. I like that shot.
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of interesting stuff though when it comes to space travel. Definitely some cool details. I always had a really silly idea. You know how they do those like space telescopes and whatnot? I always thought it would be interesting if you set up a space telescope relay. Sounds kind of odd when I say it that way, but think about it like this. Let's say you have a bunch of space telescopes, and you launch them into outer space, right? And then you have one space telescope that's, say, I don't know, half a light year away, or maybe like a 0.25 of a light year away. And then you have another 0.25 away from that one, and so forth and so on. And then you kind of like line them up with each other so that you can look through one, and that telescope looks through the second telescope, and that telescope looks through the third telescope, and so forth and so on. You maybe even could have more of a magnification and clearer images that way, which is what I was thinking. I mean, obviously each telescope could look on its own as well, but there may be something to having like multiple telescopes magnifying through each other. Some sort of cumulative effect, or maybe even just a higher definition image. I don't know anything about the science on it, I just thought it sounded cool. Almost like a relay system. Could even be interesting to just simply take images with like multiple telescopes from multiple angles. Kind of like stereoscopic images. Alright, well, this place is done. Gravity on Mars is about 38% of the gravity on Earth. So yeah, so they're going to have some serious issues with keeping the astronauts healthy across the entire journey. By the time they get to Mars, they're going to be all weak.
How can I help?
I think we missed that boss before. I don't even remember. I blanked out.
Mars also might hold a very interesting answer to the question, which is, like, I mean, how did Mars eventually end up the way that it ended up? And there's no telling whether or not Mars was always like that, or whether it was once a blue ball just like Earth. And perhaps finding out exactly what happened to Mars could help us prevent that from happening to Earth. I mean, it kind of seems like what happened on Mars was the atmosphere cooked off. At some point or another, you know, like the whole atmosphere just cooked off. And instead of having a thick, rich atmosphere to reflect the sun's heat, you know, like the Earth does, it just went kaput. And without an atmosphere, all the heat left, and without the heat, the whole planet turned into barren rock. And affected by cosmic radiation, meteorites, all sorts of things. The planet just eventually ends up looking like a barren wasteland, but I mean, who knows? If you got there and started drilling down, who knows what kind of like creatures you'd find. That'd be really neat, to be perfectly honest. That'd be the first alien life, really. Like if you went to Mars and they started doing like core samples and they found like actual living organisms in the core samples.
I am in your debt, stranger.
Who knows? Might even be living organisms underneath the surface.
It is done.
You ever see that one movie with what Deadpool? I think he's not Deadpool in the movie, but where he gets freaking eaten by the organism. They find an organism on Mars and they like bring it back to life, and it starts eating everybody.
I know what you're talking about. Haven't seen it.
It was a pretty brutal movie, to be honest.
It's like the one where the trailer shows it inside like a kind of like a fish tank, like a giant glass thing.
Yeah, I mean, it starts out really small, and then eventually it starts growing much bigger. Yeah. I've seen so many sci-fi movies over the years. I think some of the more realistic ones are more fun. Star Wars? Man, Star Wars is more like magic. They don't tell you nothing. They're like, here's an arm. It's a mechanical arm. He can feel with it. Like, it functions like a real arm. You'd never know. How does it work? Yeah, we don't care. We don't know. All the ships have gravity on them. How do they have gravity? Yeah, well, we're not explaining that. How does light speed travel work? Yeah, well, magic. I always like Star Trek a little bit more because of that. Star Trek actually goes into the process of trying to explain things. They use like real scientific theories. Even like the warp travel is like a real scientific theory. Something they were actually testing at NASA for a long time. The warp bubble.
Oh, I stayed up later than I wanted to.
It's 1:15. What
Longer
time is
to
it
get
in
to 16
Manitoba?
than I thought. I got 4 more levels here.
What time is it in Manitoba?
1:15.
Oh, the same time as me.
1:16 now.
Oh, okay.
I'm not in Manitoba. I'm in Ontario.
Oh.
Yep.
The new height and malice is nasty, man.
It's really good. They fixed it finally. Now
Born
it
in
doesn't.
Manitoba.
Now it doesn't only
Living
work
in
on
Ontario.
freaking groups, and now it
Yeah,
actually
there
works
you
on
go.
bosses now.
And it just scales with groups, so it's like, chef's kiss is what they do.
Yeah, you get more for groups. It's amazing. I've been complaining about that one for a long time because it always felt so good when you were in groups, and then when you went to go fight the boss, you felt like a turd because you had no height.
It's a waste of note. It was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, like wasted, yeah, but like also you just didn't feel like you were doing good damage.
There's not a way to get the storm tag on Shred, right? Because that would be a dream for me.
I don't think so. No. You pretty much just have to rely on all those extra ways to get lightning, like rune conduits. There is an aspect that electrifies your Shred. I do remember that. Are you
I'm
using
using
that
the
one?
one where crits would shred you like 116% of the damage that dealt as lightning.
Yeah.
I'm calling her a night.
But the storm tag would change my life.
Yeah, because then you can scale it with Thunderstruck.
Yeah. You getting off, Rachel?
I do know that you can.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Alright, see you.
Have a good night, bud.
Have a good night, Razor.
Yep.
I do know that you can make the werewolves into storm.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you do your wolves
Take
and
care.
convert them into werewolves, you can make those into storm. Frog. Frog, 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 froggy, frog, frog, froggy, froggy, frog, 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 froggy, frog, frog, froggy, froggy. Come on down, Mr. Frog. Somebody said this was the Naruto Shippuden season because there was a bunch of frogs all over the place. Jiraiya Sensei. We'll be summoning some frogs. $1,499 of 1,700. What do you actually get for doing these quests? I don't understand. Like what am I getting?
I think we're supposed to be getting rep for the thing, but they should be giving us heads too. That would be nice, like little box with heads in them. There's a goblin by me.
They may invite me deeper into the mysteries if I kill more. Huh. This is silly. If you read the text, it basically says he doesn't know. He's like, maybe they'll invite me into some of their deeper circles if I kill tons more monsters. That's literally what it says. It's like maybe
Trying to get into like the Skull and Bones here or something.
Yeah, or like we're trying to build rep apparently.
Invite us in.
What are we doing next? Dispel. That one's always nasty. Oh wait, there's the tree up here. Let's do the tree. The tree's right next to us. I like the tree. Help the little animals get back to their house. Gotta be the good necromancer.
Yeah, animals are good. Go home, animals. I don't know why you live inside the tree, but these aren't squirrels we're putting in there. They're like little baby deer or something. Goats.
Okay, that one's done.
Shepherd. I always store my shepherd inside a tree.
I watch way too much Stargate Atlantis and I can never hear that word properly anymore. Freaking, the main character's name was Shepherd, but it wasn't just that. There was a villain, and in the villain in the show would always like taunt him and be like, Shepherd.
Well, you gotta say it whenever you escort them.
And so
to the
every
tree.
time I hear the word shepherd, I immediately also hear the guy in my head going, Shepherd.
The way you say that sounds like the bad guy in what's that karate movie in the 90s?
Dude, it's insane. Like I watch way too many Stargate Atlantis episodes. I love Stargate, by the way. Absolutely great show. Both of them. Stargate SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis. Some people say Atlantis is better, but like you don't have Atlantis without the build up from Stargate SG-1. I don't like Atlantis. I like Stargate SG-1, and then the build up of Stargate SG-1 that leads into Atlantis. It's kind of the same thing with like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Like I like Dragon Ball Z, but without the build up from Dragon Ball, I don't think I would have liked it as much. Dragon Ball really kind of sets the tone and tells the story and links all the characters and makes you understand like where they come from and like what their motivations are, and it just doesn't. It's not the same show without them. Without Dragon Ball, you get to see Goku be a stupid little kid and like jump in the water and get eaten by a fish and chase around a T-Rex. That poor T-Rex. He was chased around by freaking Goku and beat up by Goku, and then eventually he was chased around by Gohan and beat up by Gohan, and Gohan was slicing off pieces of his tail and cooking it up. Remember, he would make like T-Rex steaks.
The T-Rex would make a meal out of us if we didn't have the powers of Goku and Gohan.
Yeah, but he got to the point where he was literally hunting down that specific T-Rex, and he would just slice off another piece of his tail. And it was so silly because he would literally go find him, slice off a piece of his tail, and then another couple days later he would go find him, slice off another piece of his tail, and his tail just kept getting shorter and shorter. Oh man! And literally at one point the T-Rex was holding his tail and running away. He was like, "Dear God, no, not again." And I think even that part is just more hilarious because it's the same T-Rex that was also tormenting Goku. Like the T-Rex originally tried to beat up Goku and Goku beat him up instead. And for years in that anime, the T-Rex kept showing up randomly. And it's totally the same T-Rex. Running all day myself, only level 40. Have you been doing the witch areas, RNO Gumby? Because the witch areas are really, really good. Ancestral Pants. I think really went to 1800. You're not just joking with me. Please be joking with me. Oh my god, I looked at my map for 2 seconds. 1 second. I'm not allowed to look at my map. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, fugitive head.
Oh, it's ahead. We got it.
We got a head. We got a head. Head, 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 heady, head, head, heady, heady, head, head, head.
These mobs have Varshan levels of energy shield barrier.
Oh my god, yes they do. You're not wrong.
And then they just die instantly as soon as you get to their health. They're like, oh yeah, now I'll die.
Yeah, just instant death as soon as you get past their energy shield.
It's got to be something like 10 times their health.
I don't know. It's a lot. Kind of scared for Torment 4 because of it. We're gonna be stuck with a bunch of ridiculously high energy shield. Yeah, like Varshan.
Dude, I wish we had the Seneschal pet from Season 3 where you could just penetrate the barrier. Remember, it used to do that? You used to delete the Butcher.
I like it.
That pet was amazing.
Yeah. Seneschal was OP, I like him.
I should change my Mercenary because I have this one fully leveled. Oh well.
I haven't checked mine in a while. She was fully done, and she had 1 extra coin. Interesting. I'm not really sure about these cleansing fires. I think you're supposed to keep them alive.
Yeah. Yep. The longer you keep, it's like a little spin on the one that you like, where you have to stay in the circle. But this one adds in like you have to protect it. It's kind of like protect this thing as long as you can for maximum rewards. And you see it heals when we kill the one that it's attached to. I think there's like a little light beam. That's the mob that heals it.
No, we lost him.
You get more keys to open.
What conduit shrine?
Doesn't seem to be doing damage for me right now.
I see a wisp. I'm gonna use it to follow the wisp around.
These big guys are gonna stun us. If this conduit shrine would do something, please.
Can't lose the wisp. The wisp gets away so easy. Really pissed me off. I was pretty sure I was paying attention and I lost it like 3 times. Couldn't run on my horse, couldn't find the damn thing.
The color of it doesn't help because it's very gray and like washed out.
It also disappears off the minimap if you're too far away from it. I mean, they have it set up so you can't see it on the minimap. Let's wrestle it Ron. I got 623.
Just on the move. Just on the move.
Got another head, so I guess I can craft one more gem.
We go straight to a yellow gem though when we craft our second? No, probably not. If I rock the 2 blues, so you have another blue that you can turn into a yellow.
Oh, you need 4 blues, so.
Oh, really? It's 2 beat? Wow.
So you need 2 blues, and then you need 1 yellow, and to make the yellow, you need 2 blues. So you need 2 blues to make the yellow. So.
Yeah, that's what I mean though. Like, when I make my second blue, do I go straight to yellow, or do I just like hold the 2 blues for now? Like, use the 2 blues until I have like a 3rd blue to make a yellow?
I'm going straight for Friend of the Bog. I think that's the best option. So I'm gonna hang on and just make toward that.
Well, I just summoned the thing. Hopefully we get ahead, but I got to turn it. I got to turn it.
Yep, I'll turn it in as well. 119 out of 1800. This is so fun. I get to spam some new janks. That's pretty much it. I don't want to spam my new janks.
When everything lines up, the Waxing Goose is okay. It's doing decent damage. I like that they made it that you can force the stealth with Blood Howl.
Yeah.
And then this will actually synchronize with the mythic chest too, because the chest gives you that stealth damage that no one really uses. But I guess I could use it.
Also free stealth. What are my wolves just standing over in the woods for? What are you doing over there?
Standing in the woods.
He's just looking at us. Get over here and fight, punk.
Seeker, Frog. Frog, show me where he is.
frog, frog, froggy, frog, frog, froggy, froggy, frog. Yay, secret's finished.
One more frog. Oh, here's a frog. Do your job, frog.
Where are they, lassie? Where is he, lassie? Is he down the well?
Where's that, girl?
Is he down the well, girl? Oh no, lassie. I was reading some stupid stuff about Lassie the other day. Did you know that Lassie, when the movie first came out, apparently the studio that had Lassie, the rights to Lassie, didn't like the show or didn't like the movie or whatever. Didn't want to produce any more movies. And so the owner of Lassie wanted to produce more movies, and it was in the contract that he was supposed to. So they ended up selling the contract to him. Then he went on to make the television show, which made like millions of dollars.
Make the next game. I'll at least get a bar of XP before I log off.
I don't know what I'm still doing here. I think we're done with this one. Yeah.
Crap.
Dude, if there's a 2000 after this 1800. No, don't say that.
You know it's gonna be.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry, it's guaranteed.
Don't.
I feel like it just goes on forever for the season.
I have so many boxes in my inventory right now. Time to open up all the boxes together and end up losing some of the items. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Paragon 114.
Almost can craft another one. Getting there. I guess I can trade ahead in too, but I wouldn't do that. They're so rare. What's the head only get 500? That doesn't seem worth it.
What, reputation?
Yeah, 500 of the currency, the soul, the restless rot.
Yeah, that's not worth it. Bow, 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 bow. I mean, you can trade in your currency for, ironically, for the reputation. You could buy your way to reputation.
Let's get started.
Not really sure why you would want to do that, but.
Oh, that's what I keep forgetting to check is the reputation.
Yeah. Reputation also gives you the ability to buy more hours, so
There's also that.
Let me go check that rip board, man.
Check that rip board. Check that rip board down. Pound rip board. Gonna be the rip board. Pound, pound, down.
There's that.
Yeah, I'm currently on, I think it's like 14 or something. I'm working on 15. So I still got 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. XX. XV, XVI, XVII. The hell? Crash again? Hey. Crash state to desktop. What was I at before it crashed? Doesn't say. I wasn't paying attention.
I mean, there's so much room to grow here. No mythics, no masterworking, no glyphs.
I'm already on Paragon 3.
Yeah, or in Torment 3.
Torment 3, yeah. I mean,
there's so much room.
I don't have hardly any of my glyphs leveled up at all. The Witchcraft powers need to be leveled up far more than what they are right now.
I feel like we have infinite growth, but we're already like one knocking on the end door.
We're very close to Torment 4, yes. The core stat bonus from that Soul Harvest is insane. It goes up to 19 stacks, and it's 3% per stack. And you're already looking at 19 times 3, which is 57% core bonus. And then you're going to get another 10%, or is it? I think it's 8%. They nerfed it a little bit. From the Friend of the Bog, which is 65% core stats there. Kind of nuts. Honestly thinking about waiting on the gems and just work on upgrading the powers. I mean, Soul Harvest is super powerful, probably one of the most powerful ones on there. And basically all that leveling it up does is it increases the whenever you use a cooldown, you gain all it really does is it just continually increases your core skills, but if you level it, you get duration. And it does have infinite duration while there's monsters around, but it doesn't have infinite durations when there's not. So, like, keeping your 19 stacks active constantly, having it and ranking it up helps tremendously. I'm currently at 10 seconds. Fire bats are kind of crazy too.
I think I'm using them right now.
I just spent all my resources maxed out grow. 45% times multiplier for my servants, minions, and companions after casting an ultimate skill. It's always active too. Tumo. Not those. Yay, frailty multiplier. 58. Let's see if I can do a 58 real quick. Either that or I die. My damage reduction and my life and whatnot are not really quite there yet, to be honest, but
Yeah.
my damage is okay. Probably pull it off with damage. No! So scary. So many lightning spires. Whew. I don't like standing in there with all those lightning spires. These things are nasty. They're ouchie, they hurting me. I do not like it.
They hurt on me.
They hurt me so bad and I do not like it. Do not like it, no. Man, I'm staying ahead of the timer. Haven't died yet. Found wood.
Oh, really?
Got a couple close calls with them lightning spires up my butthole though.
Lord. You have a socketed storm shield sitting around anywhere?
Maybe. You talking about like
I
Eternal
don't-
Realm?
Yeah, non-lighter.
I don't know, maybe. I'd have to search my mules.
Apparently I had a perfect deep insulin and you got a 3 max 20 AR 17 life small charm for it. I was like, yeah, sure, here. I'll give you a storm shield for that. I don't care if it's perfect. Charm's a whole lot more useful to me than 3 deep ints on a shield. Oh my god, what is going on?
Minions are so ravenous. I like having the big army. It's really fun. They get in there and they do their thing.
That is a huge spike.
Holy Jesus. Oh, some nasty poison.
This poison not got any better this season.
I mean, my character's kind of frail. Not entirely sure. I was able to survive. Chugged a couple potions, grabbed a couple blood orbs.
Oh, okay.
Aw, stuck between two explosions. Had nowhere to go. I tried to move forward, didn't realize there was another explosion in front of me. Oh, poopies. Those really big, like, screen-wide explosions, I don't know why they spawn so many of them. Like, I've had many times where, like, those area-wide explosions, they'll literally spawn, like, 5 of them around you, perfectly spread out, so there's nowhere you can go. So you gotta get hit by one of them. Boss time. 6 minutes and 13 seconds left. I died once. Boss got absolutely mangled. Mangled. Sorry, bro. I did it. Season 6 minion of Necro, best for pet 75. I'm having fun with Blood Wave. That's what I'm doing. Blood Wave. I'm a Blood Wave spammer. I have minions. I'm using minions, but it's mainly just Blood Wave. Minions are fun, though. I got so many of them.
Well, meat shields.
Oh, I got so many. The wolves are really fun too. The little spirit wolves because they freeze everything.
Mm-hmm.
They're really aggressive now. They've kind of like been tweaking their AI, and the spirit wolves are really worth using now. They basically jump at targets constantly and freeze them. They're amazing.
You have the Nagu legendary rune with the one that summons wolves. Would that just be permanent wolves?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was wondering if they would backfeed into each other. I got one of the legendary runes. I got the Igni. Igni's kind of interesting. Man. Nap time.
No naps for you.
I think the only rune I need is the Nagu. And then I have all 4 that I need.
Well, you are a dirty hoe. A garden tool of immense pleasure.
Oh, I successfully cleared the 58. It was a little rough. I did it. Boss was a cakewalk.
Yeah, your boss damage is really good.
Like, I literally walked up to the boss and annihilated him. He was like, my face. I said, yes, your face. I rip it off. I rip it off. I do not like your face. Your face is a very ugly face, and I do not like your face. I think your face is very ugly. And that is all. Reach run. So I can get more money. Money, money, money. More money. Always worried about money. Never not. Once we start getting into re-rolling legendaries with the master working and burning like 1,000,000 a pop and then all the stupid enchanting.
Hey, they're melee doing.
I'm gonna steal one of your ears.
Give you an ear for a charm.
I said steal. Actually, I already got one of your ears. I don't need another one.
Yeah, but you smited me for it.
I smited you with a non-PvP character.
It doesn't matter. You smited.
He's not a PvP character though. He's just a
doesn't
PvE.
matter.
He's a PvE character.
Doesn't matter. You smited, so I'm stunned.
I mean, you should have a better,
I
faster
do.
hit recovery.
I do. No, I do good manner melee duels. Good manner.
Good
That's
manner.
the whole key. Good manner.
You saying that my you saying that my North Star Smiter is a bad manner? You saying he's got bad manner? Is that what you say?
Against a good manner melee dueler, yes, because he's a smiter.
Yeah, but my boy
You don't
also
have-
my boy also
you
has
don't
a
have
lot of his
attack
stats
rating.
set up for. But my boy also
You
has
don't
a
have
lot,
attack rating.
But he has a lot of
Well-
stuff set up for resistances
It d-
and things that you don't have.
So
It's
he's spending
melee.
a large amount of his points into things that don't matter for the duel, and you
It's
don't
melee.
have those things.
You can't even use elemental damage like that in melee.
Yeah, you can. You can
Like
do you can do Holy Shock, Holy Freeze.
No, not in good manner melee.
Then I'll
You
just
can't do
stack a
Holy
bunch
Shock
of
and
lightning
Holy
charms.
Freeze.
Then how about that?
No, you can only have so much elemental damage like a raven.
That's
You know,
just
a
poopy.
raven adds
That's just poopy.
a raven adds 15 to 45 cold damage. You can only have like
That's just because people
I
don't
think
want to
it's-
build elemental.
I think it's like
resistances.
200.
It's because you just don't want to build elemental resistances at all. Because you guys are cheating. You're like, because if you don't have to build elemental resistances, you can get more damage output.
No, if you want to go pub duel, I mean, by all means, you know, you stack all that.
I'm
You'll
just
never
saying.
the Orden and all that.
But the reason
But
why
melee-
they do it, the
melee
reason why
duels-
they do it is because they don't want to have to stack resistances.
No, the
And it's
reason
the
why
same
they do
reason
it
why
is
they
because
duel in normal difficulties.
melee
Resistances
duels
don't
is
matter.
about melee duels is about attack racing, physical damage.
You still need attack
physical
rating to hit
damage.
with elemental damage. If I deal
Physical-
elemental damage on a physical attack, I still need attack rating to hit you.
Okay, if I duel a Barb on my melee character,
And he uses Berserk, and now he has magic damage.
no, he won't use Berserk. He uses Concentrate because Berserk is magic damage. So that would be bad manners. He uses Concentrate.
That's terrible. I
No,
don't
it's
agree- I
that's
don't
just
agree
how
with
it
these
goes.
manners.
But if I'm dueling a Barb on my Paladin, if I'm dueling a Barb who's using Concentrate, melee damage, I don't wear an Exile.
I understand what you're saying. The way I see it, though, Chunks, and this is my personal opinion, is that
We're never
2
going to see it.
Diablo 2 is designed around balance for a character. You have to balance your offense with your defense. And by sacrificing your defense and saying, hey, I don't need to make defense against elemental damage because we're setting up duels against only physical characters, you're in effect cheating the system by allowing yourself to build a character out of balance. That
Okay,
to
well,
me,
I mean-
that to me is bad manners because what you're doing is you're creating a character that does not function within the game. You would never take a zero resistance paladin into any part of the game that exists. So you're taking the balance of the game that exists as it is, and you're cheating it. You're saying,
But
okay,
these
I want to
characters
use
are
this
not-
in a different way. And you're also using that cheat to then be like, okay, well, I'm not going to fight anybody that does elemental damage because I don't have any elemental damage and reduction.
But I'm not going to go and run Chaos. I'm not going to go and run Bale. Like, this is not a PBM character.
But you might fight
This
a
is
healer
a-
that's doing elemental
This
damage.
is a... And, you know, and if he is, then that is considered bad manner.
And I think what you're
It's
doing
like
is
walking in
considered,
with an Orden.
and I think what you're doing is considered bad manner.
That's like saying that you're going to go into a game called low-level duels with a 99 level character and just mop the floor with everybody in there.
Look, here's
That-
another
that's bad
here's another
manners.
way to put it. Okay, here's another way. To
There's
put it,
there's level 9 duels.
Here's another
there's
way to
level
put it.
18 duels.
If I
and
had
there's
an
level
infinite,
30 duels.
if I had an infinite stash space, okay, and I had infinite items to pull from, and you walk into my game, doesn't matter what character you are, I could reach into my stash and I could gear out my character and kit out my character exactly to counter you. And I could do that for any build and any character within the game. The reason why I think that what you're doing is bad manners and why the entire bad manners, like good manners dueling thing is stupid is because if you gear specifically to counter somebody, you will always counter them. And what the good manners thing does is it essentially restricts people from being able to gear against you. If you're a melee zealer that has no physical, no elemental resistance, I'm going to gear for elemental damage and murder you. And that's as simple as it ever is going to be. But you are restricting my hand and preventing me from taking advantage of your faults.
You just, I mean, I've been doing it for like almost 25 years.
And I understand
Like,
exactly
and
what you're doing. I still
you're-
think
you
I still
don't-
think it's bad manners. That's why I don't do it.
There is no bad manners in it.
It's super
Grief.
bad manners.
If you walk in there with grief, that's bad manners.
It's
if you
super
put a
bad
death on, if you put a F death berserker axe.
Most of
one,
those duels.
That's got like a very high level glacial spike. that
Most of
shoots
those
off
duels,
it.
you pretty much just
That
one
is
shot the
bad
other
manners.
person, right?
No,
It's almost.
not at all.
I've watched the duels. They're
No.
pretty much always a one shot.
no, they're not. No, they're not.
When the hit lands, and
No.
a lot of the times it's whiffing because you're blocking and you got high defense and you're sitting there whiffing on each other. And I've watched when the hit lands, it's generally a one shot.
No, it is not.
I've seen it happen hundreds of times.
95. You can sit there and watch me duel. I can load up and let you watch my stream, and you can sit there and watch these duels, and they are not one shots.
My point,
I mean, sure, yeah.
my point
Occasionally,
is
you're going to come across someone that's only got 2,000 life,
2,000 is a lot.
and no,
2,000 is a lot.
no, I have 2,000 without a battle orders.
I could argue this with you all day, Thomas.
with no BO, I have 2,000.
My point is you're making unrealistic characters that don't participate in any kind of real combat whatsoever and would get trashed on by basically any character that is exploiting any of your weaknesses, and you have tons of them because you're deliberately gearing your character in a specific way that forces those weaknesses onto your character.
But you
You're
don't
stacking
exploit
HP,
the weakness.
You stack defense.
You don't exploit
That's
the
stupid.
weakness.
That's stupid.
No, it's good manners.
That would be like if
It's
somebody
fun.
has
It's what-
full plate
it's what
armor.
we like to
That'd
do.
be like if somebody has full plate armor on and they have no helmet, and you have a rule that says no hitting in the head. Like, you have no helmet on. I'm gonna hit you in the
No,
head.
you
That's how
just-
that works.
You don't understand it.
I do
It's
understand
about-
it. I
it's
understand
about
it
physical
precisely.
damage.
I understand it precisely. I don't agree with it.
I can
understand
come in there.
exactly what you're saying. I understand exactly the
come in there with-
reasons. I understand the
I can
methods.
come in there with the Amazon.
understand what
and
you're
I can
doing.
charge strike.
I don't
and
agree
just
with it.
wipe the floor with everybody. I mean, I don't care if you don't agree with it. That's fine.
And if you came in with an Amazon, I could put on a bunch of lightning resistance equipment, lightning absorption equipment, have like 95% lightning resistance, have absorption damage, and I could walk up to you and you probably wouldn't do not a dang thing to me.
Hey, and I can put on a monarch with 4 perfect sapphires in it and 2 ravens or a black oak luna and stuff like that, and completely absorb a blizz source. And in a pub game, in pub duels, hey, by all means,
And
go
isn't-
right ahead.
And isn't
But
that
when it
exactly
comes
what
to-
you're doing?
No.
In a melee
Because I'm
versus
not-
melee
I'm not-
duel, you're gearing
I'm not going
specifically
in
to
pub
fight other
games.
melee characters. So you're doing
No,
the exact same
I'm
thing. If
gearing-
I'm a melee
I'm-
character and I'm fighting against a cold sorceress and I put on the Black Oak Luna and I put on the 4 P sapphires and I get my cold resistance up to 95% and stack cold absorption, I'm doing the same exact thing that you were doing versus the other melee character by stacking your defense and getting your attack damage as high as your rating as high as you can possibly get it. It's the same exact freaking thing. The only difference
No, but
is
there
you're
is
restricting
no cold
the hand.
source in there.
The only difference is you're restricting the hand of the players from being able to counter you.
No, but there is no cold source in there.
It doesn't matter.
And when an Amazon comes in, it's not a charge strike Amazon. It's a Jabzon with like a ethereal rare javelin with,
Poopy.
200-300 ED on it.
It's poopy.
And
I see it as
the only
exploiting-
thing that they're doing is physical
I
damage.
just see it as exploiting the balance of the game to create characters that are unrealistic in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I mean,
I think you could
the
have
most,
duels.
It's
I think you could have
it's the most
duels.
expensive things in the game.
I think you could
So-
have duels with characters that are more realistic, and they would be more fun. I think you could include more players, and you could have more different
I
classes.
mean,
you could have
to-
Amazons
to
and
you-
sorceresses, and you could have all sorts of things floating around in your duels, and you would have more fun in general. I used to do that back in the day constantly. I used to go
Hey,
into to runs, and they would be barbarians and sorcs and paladins, and everybody would be all over the place, killing
I
everybody
do that.
left and right.
That's what you don't understand. That's the part you don't get. I do that. I have those characters. I have my Oridon Fopali. I have my Telly Boazon. I have my Charge Strike on. I have a Smiter. I have my Whirlwind Barb. But then I also have my legitimate, just purely physical damage no elemental, no stacking poison, no bullshit. Just attack rating, defense. Try to cap your damage reduced, 50% damage reduced. Melee dueling. You know, like you stand toe to toe, you turn off run. Both people swing a couple times, and then you run together, and you see who wins.
If you're
And
that
whenever it's
limited, almost
and whenever it's over, it's like, hey, good duel. You know, like, hey,
I
you know,
understand.
you're better.
I don't like it.
I'm not telling you to like it.
I mean, you won't ever convince me.
I'm not.
You won't ever convince me to like good mannered dueling.
I'm not telling you to like it. I'm just telling
stupid.
you. I'm not telling you to like it. I'm just telling you to try to not tell me that it's not fair, that it's bullshit, that I'm cheating. That
I think it's cheating. Yes, I 100% do.
I have no idea how it's cheating. Like that
Because
makes
you are
no
artificially
sense to me.
restricting the hands of the people who would counter your particular build. If a melee,
I'm not
if a melee
going
character had
into
cold
public
charms,
games.
if a melee character had cold charms on his character, he would completely trounce you because you have 0% cold resistance.
I'm not going into public games to
It's not
duel
public games.
with
I'm
those
talking
characters.
I'm talking about like a duel between two people, and one is set up for melee and one is set up for melee with elemental damage. And you're like, nope, can't do that. Not allowed to have more than X amount of elemental damage on your character at any given time.
No, that I wouldn't be on a melee character for that. Why would I be on a melee character for that? You want to go elemental? Let's go elemental. Why would I be on a melee character for that? Hell, I got a fireball sorcerer.
Why do I need to tell you what's on my character?
I wouldn't.
Why do you need to know what's on my character at all? If we got two melee characters, if you're a paladin and I'm paladin, and we walk into a duel, and I duel you, and I've got elemental damage, that's for you to find out. That's for you to be like, oh, ow, that hurt. He's got fire damage.
No, that's you're taking it completely out of context here, man. Like completely out of context. There's melee, and then there's duels. There's good manner melee, and then there's public duels where anything goes.
And
you know,
I
you want to get on a Necro and teleport across the screen and just spam bone spirits.
And I understand.
And see how many people you can wipe out, or telestomp someone on a hammer den, or stand in a corner with a bows on and just fire off guided arrows and multi-shots, you know, like, I mean, people do it all the time, or walk out there with the Orden and just watch everybody die. You know, have at it. I like to do that sometimes. I like to get on my telly boa and go around and, you know, but I mean, even then, you know, still, like, I say go, unless I'm just, you know, like, I go out and I try to walk out and do a battle orders and someone just immediately attacks me while I'm trying to do it, then yeah, I'm not going to say go anymore. I'm just going to try to kill you.
Let me put this in the simplest way I possibly can. All right. If you were a paladin and you were going to fight Baal, all right, in hell difficulty, all right, could you do that with 0% fire, cold, lightning, and resistances? Could you do that with 0% resistances and still kill Baal?
Yes.
I don't think you could. Not in hell difficulty, because you would be in the negatives.
You want to watch?
You would be in negative, what is that, 50% resistances to all of your resistances?
You want to watch?
I don't think you can do it. I think you'll die. You got to go through all the Baal waves, and you got to kill Baal with negative resistances. You're going to die.
All right.
And my point is very simple. The game is balanced in a specific way to prevent you from achieving the goals that you're achieving with your melee character, so that you do not have the damage that you have, so you cannot have the HP that you have without stacking at least some resistances to cover yourself in those situations. Like, how I see it as cheating is basically that those characters are essentially so disfigured and morphed from what you would actually have in a PvE environment that most of the time they can't even function within a PvE environment. Whereas a PvE character, on the other hand, can function in both PvE and PvP, And the only reason most PvE characters can't function in PvP is because of the horribly disfigured PvP characters that have their stats just like absolutely tortured into existence, where they can't function in PvE anymore, but they're really good at killing other players.
Okay, I have 12. Hold on a second.
The entire purpose of what you're doing is to sacrifice the functionality of your character for what you're trying to achieve. And it's just weird, in my opinion. Like, I like to actually play real characters that are functional.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, left. This one, Venomous Motes.
Well, I have 12 resist. What can I put on to take my resistance down? Because I got 21 on the Crown of Ages. I'll put the Valor on.
Where is the best place to find Shrine Point Lost Powers? I'm not entirely sure. We've been looking at a lot of this stuff, trying to figure it out. There's the dungeons that you can go to that are specific to the Head Rotten. A lot of the heads are very hard to get. Like, we've killed, I don't know, probably, I don't know, probably 1,000 freaking headless husks by now, and only gotten like, I've only gotten 2 heads total. I'm assuming that some of these powers are going to come from a very specific place. The dungeons, we haven't gotten to the like Torment 4 dungeons yet, so I don't know.
Got past the souls.
Did you kill them?
Yeah. I've got a Breath of the Dying and a Eth Valor, and I just DC'd. What is going on with this internet today? Oh God. DC'd on D4, DC'd on D2.
Oh, yeah, Cursed Wastes of Goatmen. Always Goatmen. I think Goatmen have been in every Diablo game. Even since Diablo 1.
Yeah. I believe you're right on that.
The evil Goatman. $479 out of 1,800. It's so easy to keep the blood wave up permanently. I think I might be getting to the point where I can take out the basic skill entirely and put something else in its place.
So yeah, poison hurts with no resistance.
Yeah, poison duration is reduced by resistance, as well as the damage is reduced by resistance.
As long as I keep moving, okay.
Mulattoes.
There's the throne. Ooh!
I was literally.
Hello, souls.
Blood-bathed dragon spine.
Now you watch. Nice is gonna fall, and I'm not gonna be able to pick it up because I'm full of charms.
Soj. It's gonna be a Soj.
Non-lighter.
Yeah, it's gonna be a smack in the face. Soj on lawn ladder. That way you'd be like, oh yay, I already got like 7 of those.
I got more than that.
So I locked the ability to launch up at 65, but I think I need to level a glyph or 2 to legendary to have the damage to do it. So
I mean, I have damage.
Yeah, you have the boss damage. Definitely have the damage.
Little squishy, but I got boss damage.
And just speed running 55s for like a couple legendary glyphs would be the play.
Yeah, I could probably speed run 50s or whatever. It doesn't matter. To the tree.
Alright, -15, -15, -15. 20 light. It's just from the High Lords. Unless you want me to take that off.
Ugh, my eyes hurt.
Ugh, my freaking minions are always like super sized. It's hilarious. My golem's so big when he grows. I'm gonna try a 61. My biggest issue is just trying not to die.
Yep.
Alright, Lister, don't be physical, man. Because I don't have Sunder on.
Physical, physical.
Nope, cold and fire. Alright, going to bail. I got it up.
No, I can't really watch right now. I'm right in the middle of a run.
Oh, well.
Ooh, spicy.
I get a black screen going into the boss room. What's this?
Well, he's dead.
Oh, good job.